Okay, coming into this next week, you're going to be happy to hear this. We are going to have a little bit of a catch-up week where if there is assignments that you have not completed, you're going to work hard this week to try to get yourself caught back up because I'm going to put a pause on new material. Now, for those of you that are totally caught up and you have handed in everything that should be completed up to date, and I will put up a little list of all the things that you should have completed to this point. So if you're looking at this list right now, even though I'll post it on our hub page as well, you can screenshot this so that you have this list, but I'll also put a checklist on our hub page so you know what you should have completed to this point. If you're one of those people that you've been following along and every week you look at this video in the material on Monday and then by Friday you have completed it, this week you are going to either take a pause on a week, which is fine, or you are going to do the additional kind of creativity part where I want you to take some photographs that you want to take a picture of, right? Because I know every week I kind of assign to you what to take a picture of. But the best part of photography is to be creative within what you enjoy and take pictures of. That's what I want you to do this week, and I want you to post that to the discussion post just to share it with your class in types of photography that you enjoy. And I just even have up on the screen, I even just typed in creative photography, right? And all different pictures and ideas come up, and you might want to take, like, say this one for an example where it's like a picture through a tunnel of something very specific. You might try to experiment and try to capture that same type of image and just try to learn what it takes to actually do those different things. I'll even put some links to some YouTube videos that shows different techniques on how to take different fun types of photography. So if you are a person who is totally up to date, because I did send out just last week your progressing with difficulty, progressing well, or progressing very well. We only get those three options at this point because it's just in-term report card time. It's not midterms. Just to be like, hey, if you're, maybe you're, and this is where it's a little bit tricky. If you got a level 4, say on the very first thing, but then you didn't hand anything else in, I would have gave you a progressing with difficulty. So yes, you did hand something in. It was very good quality, but there are a number of assignments missing. The quality of the work is great when it comes in, but you're behind. And my way of letting you know you're still behind is the progressing with difficulty, okay? And then there's the progressing well and the progressing very well. Odds are you got a progressing very well if you were like pretty close to having every single assignment handed in, or maybe you were just missing one assignment. You probably still got a progressing well, meaning you're still getting things handed in every Friday. Which is good. And then the progressing well is maybe you've had like 3 assignments handed in, but you're still kind of missing a couple of assignments. So just look for that. The interim reports will be coming out soon. It really doesn't give you a ton of information. Your best bet is to check the checklist, which I just posted, or on the hub to be like, okay, what have I submitted? Or if you go to our assignment page, it'll clearly say beside all of our assignments, it'll say submitted or it'll say not submitted. And then you know for sure, did I hand this in or did I not hand it in? That's the best way to guarantee checking, did I hand something in or not? If you're in that category of wondering, I can't really remember, did I hand in the elements of photography one? Just check that page. It'll say submitted or not submitted right on it, okay? Because the way it is chunked, if you are watching these videos every Monday, following the content, mine's on action consolidation, you should be able to complete it by the Friday so that throughout the course, it doesn't start to pile up. Because right now is a good indication. I might be informing you, it's like, hey, you have 3 assignments that you need to hand in. 3 assignments, it's kind of doable. If we wait till midterm or beyond and it's like, hey, you have 8 assignments, that starts to seem overwhelming and like a daunting number of assignments to complete. We don't want that to happen. We want to complete these along, right? I don't get to do the daily check-ins in person with you. We kind of have to work together through this to try to make it that we're staying on track, Okay, so that's what this week is gonna be. This is a week where you've got your in term of progressing well, progressing with difficulty, progressing very well, whichever one it was. I want you to check this week. I want you to check that hub page under assignments and make sure it says submitted, 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 all the way down that list. If it doesn't, please make sure, use this week to get caught up on those things that say not submitted. So I'm gonna say no new content this week. We're gonna use this week because now that interns are out, you got an update on how you're doing. Use this week to get caught up. Then we can start on we can start the following week with new content, and hopefully everyone's back on the same page, working on the same assignment, moving along from there. That would be a great goal for the week. I hope if you are struggling with any of them, please shoot me an email. We'll work through it this week and then move right back on track. All of our assignments will be done. Because I'm gonna say ours, when you actually sit down to do them, they go fairly quickly because you're maybe setting something up for a little bit, you're capturing a picture, maybe writing a brief description. It could even be right on the hub page, right? You don't have to do it in a separate file, and you could put it right on the hub page if that makes it easier for you. And then I read it there about, you know, the creative process, what you had to do to set up, maybe some lighting, right? Because even, I'm gonna turn I got myself my own little light set up right here. Just to help out, to give a little, because it's kind of dark in the room. So lighting is always something, right? Tell me about those things. Are you using a flashlight? Are you using maybe even the light off of a monitor to help light something up, right? If I move closer to this light, it starts to overexpose it. Where lighting is a huge part of photography, and that's one of those skills I want you to experiment with. So if you are someone who is totally caught up, you could use this week to experiment with light, right? Put into a discussion post, what things did you do to experiment with different types of light, different coloring of light? This light that I have shining on me right now is a very blue light. There's no yellow tone to this light, which if you can see it on my hand, it's like a bright white light. Where if I was to turn this monitor to a blue screen, my other side of my face would have a blue tint to it because the light shining on it would be blue. You could experiment with lighting techniques this week, but I want to give you some freedom within this course to try different photography techniques throughout the school year. This week will be one of them, right? Later on in the year, probably in another 2 months, we will have another one of these weeks where it's like, okay, let's pause, let's get caught up, make sure everybody is on the same page because 6 or 7 weeks have gone by now. You know, we got a lot of work in, but there's some, and I'm gonna say it's almost half of us where we're missing maybe 1 or 2 assignments, and I want to use this week to get caught up, okay? So that's gonna be it for the week. Experiment with different photography techniques, or #1 priority, get all assignments from the past few weeks completed this week. Okay, that's it. I will see you guys. Oh, and it is going to be a long weekend. So this is only a 4-day week because Friday is Good Friday, and then we have Easter Monday on the following Monday. So I will be posting on the Tuesday. So it is a short week. It's only a 4-day week. Okay? Later, guys.